one last thing I kind of wanted to cover is we're throwing 2 live events within the next like 4 to 5 months. One is going to be, we're doing a combine, right? An internal combine, like the NFL combine, running the 40 vertical jumps, all that kind of shit at a park. And it's going to be like, it's like 2 weeks from now. And the cool part about it is that Underdog is sponsoring the event, and you're literally going to be able to put money on the highers and lowers on our 40 times, on our vert jumps, on their app, which is cool as shit. The other live event that we're doing is we're throwing a trivia event at a bar that's nearby here. We're going to sell tickets to it. We have 6 teams coming together for like a tournament, and we're going to have a lot of fans in the place, and it's going to be like a pretty intense event. It's already been pretty intense for me organizing the entire thing. And it's something that I couldn't have really imagined like a year ago. And one thing I have learned the more that we've been in this industry, or just fucking in life in general, is like, every single thing is possible and negotiable. Like at the end of the other side of the phone is just a human being making a decision. There are so few things in the world that are actually strictly the thing that they are proposed as. Like the ideas that you have, there's nothing that I think is impossible at this point. There is nothing that is out of the realm of possibilities if you want to put the work in to try to pull it off. Like when...
Are you sending the winner of trivia to space, or what moment did this for you?
Well, dude, when I was on a call with one of the reps from Underdog, and they were like, yeah, Jack's going to have a slip for the shootout contest, I was like, I didn't even know that was legal. I didn't know that was possible, whatever. I was like, get us on there for like any of these 6 things that I'll try to fucking make happen. And they're like, I think we could possibly do that. And I'm thinking like, there's just so little innovation in a lot of spaces, and I think the reason is because people have not seen people do it, and they feel like they need to have seen a structure of how things are done before they go after it. Yeah. And it's more so if you can see it. I know this is like so cliche, but if you could see it in your head, I promise you, almost everything in this life is negotiable, and you could ask for more, and you can ask for different, and you can ask for directions that you have never gone down before, that person that you are talking to has never gone down before, and more often than not, they are willing to listen. Like, there's just so many examples.
I think you got to be able to hear no a lot, because even if your brain's on that wavelength, 99% of the people you're talking to are going to hear no, we can't do that. No, it's never.
We can't do that. Why?
But like, my favorite example of this is Uber. We went from a time where you said, put your kid in someone random's car. Yeah. That was like the biggest no-no ever. Now it is the recommended way.
Like, don't take candy from a stranger. It's like, I'll get in an Uber. It's like, you got Jolly Ranchers. I'm eating 6 of them.
Exactly.
Right now. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, dude, like the world changes that way, and most people are scared to approach something innovative. I think where we're at as a company, like, I genuinely am like, if we're going to launch a project, there's literally not a single seed of doubt in my mind about it failing or succeeding. It's like, this is going to get done because we have control over it, and we have the work ethic to make it happen. Unless you tell me it's not legally possible, I think we can make anything else happen.
With the right people and the right money.
And the right money, yeah.
The league, yeah, but like that's a self-limiting thing. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's not accurate, like today, but in the future, I
just know that, like, I heard a great quote that was like, your goals should embarrass you to say out loud.
Yeah. And
I'm like, holy fuck. I know a lot of people that are scared to say things out loud. Like, I've had conversations with Jameson in my office where he's like, I want to, and then he'll stop and I'll be like, it sounds stupid. I'm like, no. If it sounds stupid, like, you're going down the right direction there. And there are a lot of people who just cut themselves off there because they'll only limit their beliefs to something that they've seen someone else do and then maybe tack a little bit else onto it. And I think you just have to think so far past that, because in reality, you are just a few conversations, you are a few hours of work, you are like just a few things away from being able to genuinely fucking accomplish anything you want to. So I mean, with the live trivia or with the live events, like those are 2 examples of where I'm like, a year ago, you asked me about that. I'm like, I don't think that's possible. Yeah. Like, of course it's possible. Just do the fucking work. Yeah. You know?
That's like the Nike brainstorm that I've shared before, right? 100%. Where, like, they literally push you above to make you look like an idiot, because then you're going to come down to here. I mean, I always laugh about our company valuation. Like, the first time someone ever asked me, would I sell for X amount, it's like that number 5 years ago is what we'll do in revenue in half a year. Yeah. Like, it's just, I would have never thought. And now the number I write in my journal every day, I'm sure in a few years that will also go up.
Yeah.
So
write a number in your journal every day that you would sell your company for.
yeah,
That's actually insane.
I love that.
That's psychotic behavior.
Tell me when to stop.
What was the number?
Well, it's not. It's not that I would sell at. It's what I think the value. Like I write, we are building a blank $100,000 million company called Snapback Sports, and that's what I think it's. What's it called? Not an affirmation, but
Manifestation.
There's some in my journal. It's one of those.
I think it's an affirmation. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, the daily affirmation, whatever. Yeah, and that number's doubled since I've started writing in the journal a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I think I brought up with you when you were starting the podcast with Marlon. I was like, I think any new venture should label itself as the first or the best of whatever it's getting into, and like you said before, like the more specific, I think the better you'll be.
The dollar amount on it ends in 023. So like it's not like $1 million. It's $1,023 because when you just put a general number out there, you kind of just lob it out there.
Just like a buzzword. Yeah.
When you put a specific number, and my genuine belief is when we come to the table, when that moment happens,
so
we will negotiate at that number.
Is that what you did?
Huh?
Is that what
No. This is just for the like. If we sold it to someone, 100%,
I mean,
I'm done.
I feel like all of your negotiations now have to have that.
They
number
probably should have that number. Yeah.
Like put your money.
But like that becomes a talking point, and it's the manifestation. So when you sit down in that boardroom or probably on a Zoom call, it's like, no,
I'm starting to think of like,
no, we're not picking a number. Like, here's the number.
We also
and
have to try something like this, I think, between our companies. Like, what is the point? What is the point
like
of getting
like you buying us or?
No. Like us thinking
is that the hostile
us thinking
takeover?
of something crazy that only we could do
Oh,
and be
yeah.
the first to do it. And just like, there's literally nothing I genuinely believe between our two companies that we couldn't pull off if we just like, in 8 months, let's try to do this.
I think my favorite one would be like Texas, Georgia. I think there's a lot of really good momentum.
That's something we could
for
do
that.
cool, but that's been
no. But I'm saying, like, I'm like fairly confident we could get Colt McCoy there, right, through Underdog. And like that's where I've limited the coolest thing being. So like, should we try and 10x what that is and fuck Colt McCoy and we get Vince Young? Like,
brother. I'm thinking like, what's a project like that's never been done before that we could do? And the hard part about it, a lot of the times, is actually coming up with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we should try. Like, if we look back on 2 years and be like, damn, we didn't really like do anything like super innovative or something crazy, I feel like we're gonna kind of regret that a little bit. At least like try to do something. So I think that's something we should think about.
Okay. I have a meeting tomorrow that's in that realm that I had not thought of. So maybe we'll discuss, and that'll just lead to a thought starter.
Go.
It's not for your people's ears though.